All right. So here's my top. I'm gonna go over like 2 tips for Uber and for driving Uber. So for me, I've been selling cars for 14 years. This is the dashboard of my Nissan Leaf 2016. Now there is so many opinions on like which cars are good, which cars are bad, but this is a workhorse, and I'm just showing you the dashboard right here. I've barely lost any little bit, driving home. That's just capacity. I mean, a car's going to go up and down. I mean, it showed probably like 145, whatever, when I was driving home. My point was just showing you this. I'm going to get right to it. Yes, this car has 118,000 miles on it. It does have a replaced battery pack in it. I did that battery pack done under warranty back around barely 60,000 miles or so. So this car has over 50,000 miles on the new battery pack, and it's just like it was brand new. Now the reason why I bring that up and is just when I've seen people trading in cars, and especially Tesla, now like what I owe on this car is right now like dirt cheap. I barely owe last, $3,000 on it now. And as far as the drivetrain, my point is, I've seen people, driving Uber part-time or even full-time, mostly the full-time ones, but the car can have so many thousands of miles on it, and they are upside down completely. I mean, I could have paid this car off a long time ago and just dropped the last 3, but my monthly payment's barely $250. I've got other expenses. I've got, a daughter going to college. And my point is that the biggest, problem that people have is that they just put tons and tons of miles on their car, and they're super upside down. Now, this car is an experiment. I drive Uber in it part-time, and the car is like it was brand new. It drives perfectly. This battery pack has at least 150-mile range. It's a 40 kilowatt hour battery pack, so that's a whole nother story. It's a bit of a Frankenstein monster because it has the replaced battery pack in it. But for gaining money, for making more money overall, you want an inexpensive car. Now you can get one of these right now, a 2022 with 150-mile range, with the credit and everything, for around like 11 grand to 16 grand. So that's an affordable car. At 11 grand, that I know right now, if you come down and see me at my dealership, Peter Fletcher, Mossy Nissan, Kearney Mesa, message me through this. Yeah, just message me and I will help you out. If you're in San Diego, I will help you out with a car because I have access to 7 locations. But I'm not even doing that for a plug. It's just for Uber. You want an inexpensive Leaf. I frankly think that's the way to go because you're going to drive the tires off of it. You're going to drive it. It's to do the tires on it. Actually, the tires are cheap. I mean, they're $80 a tire. Everything on it is inexpensive. So that's the biggest tip I have. The other little tip I have is when you've got a chatty Cathy in the back, you have a chat with them. You talk about what they want to talk to if you're driving Uber, because they're gonna make a little bit of a connection. They're gonna get a tip out of that. When they're not talking, you don't talk. You don't talk their ear off. You just drive and just drop them off or whatever. But when you got somebody who's like talking to you, and yeah, you go ahead and talk to them, and just about the milk toast and whatever, and then you're probably going to get a tip. So that my biggest tip is your overall cost consumption on your car, what car you're driving with. This car has no oil changes, no smog checks. You can't steal the catalytic converter off of it. I'm telling you, and that's a whole nother video. And I do have some other videos about like 2016 and 2017 Leafs. That's a whole nother video. But just really quick, I wanted to get it out there about just overall cost consumption, why I believe after selling cars for 14 years, I would grab, if you can find a 2020, even in 2018, really, they changed the body style in 2018 to 2022 will have the credit come and when it hits, I believe the new year, the new credits will be on the 2023 Nissan Leaf. Anyway, that's the biggest 2 tips. I mean, you know, talking and chatty Cathy with your passengers, and just your overall consumption on using a pre-owned electric vehicle is the way to go. And just having it, if you're only spending barely 10-11 grand on the car, you're gonna pay down that car, and then you're driving, and you're gonna be driving, you're gonna be making all that money and the car's working for you. That's it. Peace out. Please subscribe.